to JIRA Master session. Today's topic is how we can automatically close the parent issue when all the subtasks are closed. This is pretty helpful when you have, SLA measure in your parent issue, and when all the subtasks is closed. It will be automatically close the parent task, which give you a better report, and you don't have any delay. So this is the idea. To use this, implementation, we have to include some skills, including the script runner, because we need to define a script runner post function, and also for sure we need to know something about how you define the workflow and add a post function. We will have some detailed description here, but I think it's better if I show you how how we can do that. For example, I create a new issue here. It's called parent. For example, I create a parent issue, so my issue is done. If I open the issue, there is no subtasks, so it's easier. Like I can create a new subtasks, so I can call sub1. I can call the second one. At least I create two to test my result. I have two subtasks. If I close the first one, if we look at the status of parent issue, the parent story or parent task, it's still not closed, right? So the second thing is like when I close the second ticket, the second subtasks, so I expect my parent issue should be closed. Let's do that, and wow, we have exactly what we expected, right? So we closed the parent issue. This is what we require. So how we implement that? Let's go back to the workflow definition. If I go to the workflow definition, I can find here I have go to the down status because my subtask is sharing the same workflow with my parent one. But in your case, if you are using the different workflow, that is still okay. I will show you. So make sure you are editing the workflow of your subtask issue type. You go to the close or down status and click the post function here. I already have defined this thing, but when you want to create a new one, you just add a new post function here. There is script runner provides a very powerful feature here. It's like how you transition the parent workflow when all the subtasks is closed or resolved. So the idea here is like you can add any condition because you don't want to, in the case like if you don't want to transition all the issue, so you can add some condition here. You can use some example here, or you can customize your own condition here. Here I will keep add blank, make sure like okay, any transition running here, I will make sure it tries to look my parent action, trying to look if my subtask of my sister is all closed. If all is closed, I will check my parent issue and close my parent issue. So that is the logic here. And this is a transaction ID of your parent issue. Make sure you found the correct one. It's some grid title here means the workflow, and there is a transition name and transition ID here. So how you can find the transition ID is like you can go to the test mode instead of the diagram mode of the workflow. This is the parent workflow, and make sure you found the parent workflow, found the closed status or down the status. And here I'm using the 31 here. If I go back, I already have added one. I will show you guys what I have added here. So I'm trying to add a 31 down workflow for my parent issue type. Parent workflow, and make sure it's exactly the one here. And okay, so after I save that, I update and publish my workflow. That means it's done, so you can test everything here. And also I want to mention you something here is look at the post function here, and there is some execution history here. So I can look at each click one of each running and to see what is the status and logs. In case like if you face some issue, for example, if you make a different, or a little complicated something, is like you have the code running as a condition. So I want to check, okay, maybe I only want the certain project or certain issue with this condition can meet this requirement. I want to, close my parent one. The others I do not want to do that. So make sure like you can check your log and also check the code if everything works perfectly, right? So that is that is a magic. Go back, the topic is like, okay, we need to configure the post function, we need to configure Scriptrunner, specified post function for you to make sure like all your subtasks is resolved, make sure like it can also trigger a closed transition for the parent issue. So that is the idea. Okay guys, if you like my video or you have some comments, feel free to subscribe and click like, and it will encourage me to do more valuable stuff for you guys. Thank you so much.